Hello! I'm going to show you today how to make some firework or bonfire night themed craft objects. Now, these can also accompany one of my other videos on my YouTube channel, F Sharp Music Practice, and the song that it's going to accompany is Bonfire Party. So, the three firework themed objects are, first one, so easy and so effective, is the sparkler. Now, all you need for this, as you can see, I've just used one of these wooden kebab skewers that you can get in packs in the supermarket. Or if you've got a chopstick, or if those two aren't available to you, then a wooden spoon. Or even, you could even get away with using this, which is one of these really thick cardboard tubes that has tin foil cling film wrapped around it. So they work just as well. And you need a bit of tissue paper, pair of scissors and some tape, some sellotape or craft tape. So all you need to do is get your tissue paper and you're very simply just going to cut strips. Now you want to leave a gap at the top, so it's about 1 to 2 centimetres gap at the top there, so you're not going to cut all the way up, you're going to leave that space. And then, so it should look like that. Woohoo! Then all you're going to do is get your stick or your tube, and where that little gap is, that 1 to 2 centimetre gap, you're then just going to very simply roll your stick or your tube around the tissue paper, and then using your sellotape or craft tape you're going to stick it together, separate the little strips here, and then here's your sparkler. Next we have the Catherine wheel. Now, my apologies, my one's incredibly tame looking, but you can go to town with the decorations. I say I've kind of only really used little craft stickers, glitter and some pens to decorate mine, but you can use whatever you like. You can use beads, ribbons, even if you've got some of these little jingle bells, to make it a musical Catherine wheel. So all your little craft materials to decorate it. You also need a paper plate. I've used here a kitchen roll, cardboard kitchen roll tube. And I don't know if you can see here, this star in the middle, that's actually one of these paper fasteners, but I've got the crafty ones here, but you can just simply use one of these standard paper fasteners, and you can get these in little boxes like this in stationery shops or online. They're very inexpensive, but great to have in your craft box. And then that's what makes the paper plate turn around. And as I say, if you attach ribbon or beads or your bells to the sides, it will also have that kind of fireworks sparkly effect to it as well. So try and make yours a bit more decorative than mine. So there you go, that's your Catherine wheel. And lastly, we have already the rocket. So rocket, again, fairly easy to make. I've just used one of these potato snack tubes. And then you just need a piece of paper or thin card, or I've used foam for my one. And all you want to do is cut it into a circle like this. Then you're just cutting up to the middle roughly. A bit more. And then all you're going to do, and you can see this, is just curl it in on itself to make your cone. Like so. Now I've just, I don't know if you can see, I've just stapled mine, but you can sellotape yours or glue it, whatever you like. And then you just want to glue, using just normal craft glue, your cone onto your tube there. And that creates your rocket shape. Now, if you don't have any of these potato snack tubes, you could also use, I've got just an old plastic bottle here, so you could potentially use something like that as well. Or indeed, if you've got one of your kitchen roll tubes, you can use that too. Or a nice thin looking rocket if you've got your thicker cardboard tubes from your tin foil or cling film. They will all work, no problem. So the last little bit you need to look at is your flames, your fireworks sparks that are coming out of the rocket. Now, for this one, all I've done is stuck strips of paper, or very thin card, round the side of the rocket, and then I've decorated it with a little bit of craft ribbon. But you can also, I don't know if you can see here, if you want to, if you've got your plastic tube from the top of your potato snacks, if that's what you're using, you can very carefully pierce a hole in the middle, and then you can thread through, like I've done, some different kinds of ribbon. And that could also be, I'll show you, your sparkles there. And then lastly, if you want to make it a musical rocket, you could always add pasta, which is what I've done, or rice, something like that, to give it that kind of shaker effect, to make it a musical rocket. So there you go, 3 really simple ideas: your sparkler, your Catherine wheel, and lastly, your rocket. And you can decorate them however you like. So, happy firework night, everybody, and be safe.